The northern Italian region of Lombardy and a number of provinces where 16 million people live were placed under lockdown as coronavirus cases continue to rise in that country. Vatican City is following Italian state regulations by closing all museums and public events until April 3rd while taking precautions in private meetings. The Holy Father held a private meeting this morning with the bishops of France, each one sitting 1 meter apart in order to avoid contact. Sally Axworthy, British ambassador to the Holy See, joins us now from Rome. Welcome back, Ambassador. So how is the coronavirus affecting your work at the Holy See?
Well, as you know, most events have been, in fact, practically all events have been cancelled here. The Pope is delivering his Sunday Angelus and his weekly general audience by video. So we're in the rather strange position that we're all working, but none of us are having any meetings or going out. So I think it's testing our ability to work remotely. A lot of our staff are working from home, and we're having to think about how we can do the things we normally do without actually meeting people. So doing things digitally or using video.
Yeah, it's definitely changed the way that a lot of us are working these days. I like to switch gears. On the occasion of the International Women's Day, which was yesterday, the Vatican reported that 22% of the total workforce at the Vatican are now women, and that's an increase to previous years. As a Vatican diplomat, how do you feel about that?
I think that's great. I really welcomed the fact that there was a lot of coverage from Vatican News yesterday of International Women's Day. I think that's the first time they've done that. And they really shone a spotlight on what's happening in the Vatican with the increase in the number of women. So we've seen some significant developments recently. For example, the Vatican Foreign Ministry has appointed a deputy foreign minister who's a woman for the first time ever. And I think they have now about 4 women who are at deputy minister level, which is a great advance. Of course, you know, I think the Vatican's at the beginning of this road and they've still got quite a long way to go, but it's nice to see them taking some steps.
Yeah, and you recently pledged to focus your efforts on supporting women religious. What new initiatives do you have lined up?
So we've done quite a lot with the women religious on some of our key priorities. For example, on modern slavery, we've done a bit of leadership training in Africa, and also we've sponsored some of their research into trafficking routes in southern Africa. The UK Foreign Office also has an initiative on preventing sexual violence in conflict. And we've worked again with some of the women religious in Africa on that. We have a training module encouraging people to preserve evidence for prosecutions, and we've paired that up with the kind of pastoral training that the women religious do. So I think we're complementary on these issues. And in general, as an embassy, if we do events, we always try to have women on our panels, women present. There's an increasingly active female diplomatic corps, I think, in Rome, at the Holy See. We have an increasing number of women ambassadors. And so we just try to make sure that we bring diversity into everything we do, that women's voices are there. And those are often the voices of women religious, because, of course, there are a lot of women religious, about around 670,000, all working, dedicating their lives to the church. And so we try to include them as much as possible.
Well, Ambassador, thank you so much for your time. Sally Axworthy, British ambassador to the Holy See. Thank you again.
Thank you.